over and we find out what you're hiding.
Sam? What are you doing?
Sam's grieving.
And she blames me.
You know, deep down, she blames herself. She's gonna get past this. And I know you love her.
You and I both know that's not always enough. Go ahead, get that. I should go.
Oh, it's Todd. Whatever he wants, it can wait.
Carly, I'm okay. Just answer the phone.
Hello?
You can't hurt me, Johnny.
Hello?
Go ahead. Tell Carly what I did to Star's kid. And I'm gonna tell Sam about what you did to hers.
Todd? You there? Todd?
That's right. I know.
Johnny? Hey, I was just putting away some documents for Mr. Manning.
Oh, he must really trust you if he's gonna give you the lock combination to his safe.
I'm sure anyone looks trustworthy compared to Heather Weber.
I can't believe you're working with her. How bizarre was that she kidnapped Luke Spencer?
Oh, let's put it this way. When I went to visit Heather at Ferncliff, there is no way that woman should have ever been released.
Ugh, at least you don't have to share an office with her anymore. I'm guessing your boss isn't here?
Nope. No.
Could you leave early? Get a coffee with me? I need to talk.
You know what? I'm not really quite done work yet, but when I'm done, maybe I can meet up with you.
I can't wait.
Oh, no, Christina. Please don't tell me you have a camera correct.
No. Trey can't know anything about this.
And if you don't want anybody else to find out, I suggest you end that call. Now.
I can hear voices. What's going on?
Carly. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Smart move.
Well, that was weird. That was Todd, and I could hear people talking, and then he said, I'll call you back.
Why is Todd Manning calling you in the first place?
I think he's in a bad place. You know, his ex-wife came into town. He thought they were getting back together. Turns out she's engaged to somebody else.
And why do you care?
Because he's my friend.
He's your friend. Do you know anything about this guy?
Okay, I know he's done some questionable things.
Questionable? Bernie put together a whole file on him. You want Bernie to come over and show you?
I'm gonna sit down with Bernie and hear all the horrible
He's got a
things that
history of
Todd's done.
violence. And don't say I do too.
I wasn't going to. I know
This
what you
guy's
do.
taking hostages. He shot somebody because he pissed him off.
Maybe he's different now, okay?
Carly, he's impulsive. That's what makes him dangerous. You're just better off staying away from him.
It's gonna be a little difficult. Michael's dating his daughter.
Yeah, I already know. I think that's a horrible idea.
Look, all I want is for Michael to be happy. And when Abby died, I was so afraid that he was gonna close himself off and not see the point in anything. But Star makes him happy and excited about the future.
Carly, he was there the night of the accident. He tried to save Star's boyfriend and her daughter, and he couldn't.
So you think he feels guilty?
I think he's trying to save her. You know, I think he's trying to fill the void that was left, you know, in her life, and that's just not how loss works. You can't heal somebody.
You don't know that. You don't know. Maybe
what?
Star and Michael can heal each other.
Well, she's grieving. You know how easily grief can turn into anger? What if Michael does something to upset her and she goes running to her father? We could have another face-off with Todd and Sonia. How do you know it's gonna happen? Because you say so?
I know I have a tendency to see things the way I want them to be, but that's not what's going on this
Okay,
time.
well, you can see it however you want. Because part of my job is to protect Sonny, and I have to pay attention to anybody who's gunning for him.
Is there any chance you're gonna give up Ma Princess?
Are you kidding? I helped come up with the concept. The series is really important to me. Besides, it's keeping Trey in my life.
Oh, you really like this guy.
Not that it matters. He wants to keep things strictly professional.
Okay, are you prepared to accept that?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, because when Ethan wanted to be friends, it was hard for you to say...
Please, this has nothing to do with Ethan.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ethan was a stupid crush. I mean, I was in high school. Things with Trey, they're completely different. I feel like when we're together, he understands a part of me that no one sees.
Sweetie, you barely even know this guy.
It feels like I've known him forever. Don't care what Dad says.
What does Sonny say?
He thinks Trey's keeping a secret.
It must have been hard.
Any proof that Trey's hiding some deep, dark secret, he is just being paranoid.
No, I think the word you're looking for is cautious.
Ooh, Dad hated Trey ever since he found out we were doing this reality show together. But he doesn't even know the first thing about him.
Well, neither do you, really. I mean, maybe Trey is holding back something with his private life or his personal life.
Trey wants to keep things professional.
Okay. Chrissy, when a guy doesn't share the same feelings...
He shares my feelings.
He does?
We kissed. And Trey said if we weren't working together, he'd want to try out a real relationship.
Okay, simple. Then you wait until the show is over.
But no, I don't want to wait that long. I don't think Trey does either. Like, I was so sure he was about to change his mind, and then he just started acting really weird.
Weird how?
Distant. Like at the reopening of the Haunted Star, I thought this would be a perfect place to see where this could really go. But then he barely noticed me.
Did something happen?
I don't know. His attitude change started right after the thing with his father.
Todd moved to Port Charles to get a fresh start and to be close to his daughter. The last thing he wants is a feud with Sonny.
I'm just saying you're quick to defend him.
Because he's my friend. Kind of.
Just be careful.
I'm not stupid, okay? I'm not going to believe everything that Todd tells me. I'm not going to put my life in his hands. I just think he's kind of interesting to talk to sometimes. That's
I
it.
just hope you know what you're doing, Carly.
Are you going to forbid me to be friends with Todd the way you tried to forbid me to date Johnny?
Why would I bother? You don't listen.
I listen. I always listen. I just don't always take your advice. Johnny's turning his life around. So is Todd.
What was that what Todd told you?
No. I mean, that's one of the things I like about him. He always makes himself out to be worse than who he is. He'll never admit to doing anything nice. And he was absolutely insulted when I'd mentioned how kind he had been to Sam after the baby died.
Why would Todd Manning care about Sam's baby?
So, I waited a couple of days for my guys to get back to me with information regarding Anthony's body. And I had to find something to do to busy myself, and that's when I acquired this place. I needed a fresh start. Finally, a few days later, my guys washed up here with information on Anthony's body and his new best friend. What the hell happened to you guys, huh? What did Heather do with Anthony's body?
I gotta tell it in order, it won't make any sense. We followed Heather into the woods.
She didn't see you.
No, we kept our distance. The women left Anthony's body in the car, took off into the woods, and came back with a wheelbarrow.
A wheelbarrow?
She brought the body to some shack. She went inside for supplies, I guess, when some guy runs up with the baby in his arms.
Imagine that. Heather Weber running along in the woods alone, but with my grandfather's corpse. When a guy with a baby runs up, that would be you.
And after a while, Heather comes out of the shack, wheels Anthony away.
And the guy with the baby?
He stayed behind, so I sent Donnie to follow Heather while I waited to see what happened.
Heather took the body about 100 yards into the woods, dug a hole, buried it.
And the man with the baby, they were still inside the shack.
Yeah. And then a woman comes up to the shed. She's also carrying a baby. She was moving a little slow. She seemed a little out of it. She stops on the porch, puts the baby in a planting box, rests for a minute, and then goes inside the shed.
Wait, she took the baby inside?
She left the baby in the planting box and went inside alone.
You walked out and found Sam's baby. Let's just skip to the fun part, shall we? So after a while, your friend Taya, that's her name, right? Taya, shows up to this shack, and in her arms, you place Sam's live baby. A little while after that, Heather shows back up, and a little while after that, you and Taya walk out of the shack with Sam's live baby. And then, Heather walks out with a dead infant in her arms, places it in a planter's box. You stole Sam's live baby, and you replaced it with Taya's dead one. You really gonna deny that?